one dog, one child, one youth, one dog, you think big, you. Together we can do this in our continent, you. Think big, you. I say one dog, one child, one youth, one dog, you. Think big, you. Together we can do this in our continent, you. Think big, you.
Today is September 25th, 2022. It is 6:37 a.m. on the continent of Africa. This is Chief Abundance. Today, for a long time, I will be doing a live Streamyard broadcast at 7 p.m., 8 p.m. West Africa time. We'll be looking at TACC Diaspora City. We'll be looking at the mission and the vision and what it means to be united and what we can produce. TACC is the global game changer. What was attempted by many and they could not do, it will be done in the era of cryptocurrency. And so I will quote Buckminster Fuller, and I will quote the former Supreme Court Chief Justice of the United States, Wendell Holmes Jr. A mind that is stretched with a new idea cannot return to its original dimension. Our mind in TACC has been stretched with abundance. It will never return to poverty. And the importance of how we're going to accomplish that which we set out to do, because we in the TACC community, may I burst your bubble this morning, for us to get TACC at 100,000 per coin, it will not be done in the elite system. We will be lying ourselves. Our slave masters never came to us and offered us independence. It was fought for. We die for independence. They did not come and say, we have made enough money off you. Go back to our history, people of color. We have lost our way. And that is what Marcus Garvey said. A human beings that do not know their root, their history is like a tree without root. And so Buckminster Fuller says, you never change things by fighting the existent reality. To change something, build a new model that will make the existing model becomes obsolete. A perfect example of Buckminster Fuller quote is what Satoshi Nakamoto did. Satoshi Nakamoto did not try to change the UN, the World Bank, the IMF, the central bank's policy, your government policy of poverty, because that's what they have, policy of poverty. He did not go and fight any systems that are now in place to impoverish and to condition us. No, he did not. Satoshi Nakamoto introduced cryptocurrency powered by blockchain technology that forces the world to accept cryptocurrency today in some parts as legal tender. That's what he did. He did not fight anyone. A matter of fact, you saw what happened. The elites unleash the organizations around the world. They unleashed their arsenal and they admitted the superpower. She has admitted that they tried to kill it, but they could not. And those who will attempt, they already told them that they will fail. And so today we will be discussing and bringing your ideas as to the TACC Afro Diasporian City. What it will look like. Because everything starts from that city. When you look at our spending power globally, TACC'S, I want us to wake up. The position that we're in, the poverty position that we're in, is because of lack of vision, nothing else. It's not for lack of prayer, it's not for lack of anointing oil, it's not for lack of fasting, it's not a lack of church going. All that will not help you, not into the economy. It will not bring you 1 cent. Continue to do all anointing, continue to fast and pray and see if it feeds you. You need to get up and do something. You need to have a vision. That's what the script says. And so what is the vision? Because that's what it is. Everything rise and fall with a vision or a lack of it. What is the vision for your country? What is the vision for your community? What is the vision you have for your church, your organization? What is the vision you have for yourself? What is the vision? And so, when you look at our spending powers, look at the Caribbean, for example, and the things that we import. I tell you, a lot of you, when the vision of TACC is being fine-tuned, a lot of you will regret you didn't have more TACC. A lot of you who are selling your TACC, you will regret. And so when you look at the spending powers and the things that we import in the Caribbean, we're looking at over 62 billion US dollars. Look at the US. We contribute to the American economy over $2 trillion annually. I'm talking about blacks, Afro-Caribbean, descendants of Africa. And those are just 2 regions. I have not touched South America, Central America. I have not touched Europe, Asia, Mexico. No, I'm just saying just 2 regions. 2 trillion. And I have not even completed North America. I'm just saying the US. In the Caribbean we import. And so, TACC'S, For us to be financially free, we have to speak. We have to be united. We have to make decisions and be sound. Your politician, your presidents, your prime ministers, your senators, they are all hopeless to the system that is supporting them. And I am not lying. The way how the global system is intertwined, if, for example, Antigua and Barbuda decide not to take the COVID vaccine, WHO will sanction the country. And WHO is connected to World Bank, is connected to IMF, is connected to UN. And so you will be made into a pariah state. You will be considered as a persona non grata, unacceptable in the community. You will be isolated. And so the fear of isolation, and of course, they will give you visa-free restriction. You will not be able to travel, you will not be able to this. And so they will cripple you and bring you down into, just like America attempted to do with Cuba and many other places that do not support them. That is why Buckminster Fuller say, if you want to change something, you cannot use the existent reality to change nothing. And so how are we going to bring TACC to 100,000? How are we going to make revenue? How are we going to come together as the diasporan city to be the Mecca, to be the decision maker of the world? How is the diasporan city will produce presidents and prime ministers for all Afro-Caribbean countries? How are we going to do it? The vision has already made clear. The vision is already made clear. How are we going to penetrate the free trade zone of the Americas, the free trade zone of Africa? How are we going to be major players? I'm talking about a people that has been deprived to live below their dignity, to be dying in the Mediterranean Sea, to be kicked at and to be sleeping outdoors in China, to be treated lesser than human being at the Ukrainian border because of your color. I said we are not even being respected in the country where we were born by people that doesn't look like us. We are not even respected because we are poor. It's for this reason you were born, to change the narrative. And so we will amplify the mission and the vision of TACC. When we say that TACC's vision is to open up economic channel to flow from the continent to the Caribbean and vice versa, it was not a joke. When we say that our vision is to see a unified African United Nation of Africa, one currency, one government, one military, it was not a joke. And sometimes the vision for some cannot be comprehended. It is too big. It is too big. But if your vision doesn't scare you, if your vision doesn't keep you up at night, it is not worth attempting. If your goals and dreams do not keep you up at night, it does not worth attempting. In other words, your return will not make any changes that you have not made already. And so how do we as a people of color regain our dignity and support our own? A lot of the companies that we are supporting and the organizations that we are supporting, the system that we are supporting them to our own detriment, to our own hurt. A lot of the companies and the products that we are buying, they are substandard. Anyone can make any product anywhere over the world and send it to Africa and the Caribbean. There is no standard. All what they need to do is to pay somebody $1 million and all their products can flood the market. I said, TACC, the time has come for us as people of color to produce what we eat and to eat what we produce. You think TACC is all about just a few coins in your wallet, and so you're wondering and you're worrying, abundance, what is happening, on Binance. TACC'S, if we become meaningful specifics, Coinbase and Binance will bow to TACC exchange. Don't run behind of the existent reality. Create your own model. That is what I've been saying. You're comparing us. There is no comparison. And that is why you are frustrated. Because TACC has no comparison. Our mission, our vision is not comparable to any. And so we are here on a unique mission to emancipate ourselves, not from just the Caribbean islands, not from just Uganda or South Africa, not from just Haiti. We are here to emancipate ourselves. Anywhere we are found, we should be respected. The minority is using the wealth of the majority to keep them in poverty. It's time for us to change that scenario because it is not playing out well for us. Our children are dying because of lack of basic health care system. Look into your country. You want to have a specialized operation. Some people die on this continent for less than $1. They cannot buy the medication. I said to my people, we cannot continue like this. We are not a curse. We are where we are because of a lack of vision. A lack of vision. And so, for example, when we start the Afro Diaspora City, and for example, we are producing, let's say, TACC fruit punch, or sugar, flour, cornmeal, rice. I am now saying to the global community of TACC, if we want to change the narrative, we have to begin to support our own. Whatever we were taught, because whatever we were being conditioned to hate each other, to believe that we are our enemy. No, we are not. We have to change our mindset. And so we must be determined and to be specific. And so if we are producing hair products, skin products, if we are producing juices, beverages, you will support. If it doesn't say produced or manufactured by TACC and it's in the market, you will not buy it. We have the spending power. In America, what can 1 trillion do for the diasporan city? And as you patronize TACC globally, because we will have our markets around the world importing. And so if it is not made and produced by TACC, you don't buy it. And so all the trillion that you're given to people that don't like you, systems that don't like you, you support your own. Because at the end of the day, once we come together and support our own, from that city, we'll be able to make all things right. Because the city will support what is correct. The city will support system that looks after you, look after your children, look after your grandparents. Not when they go to Social Security, they're saying they can't get the Social Security. When they go for payment, they can't get payment because there's no money. Corruption will not be the order of the day. And we will not be looking for loans from anybody. A matter of fact, we will lend World Bank and UN and IMF money from the city, because they are using our money today. And so you only eat and wear and fly TACC. That's it. Our airlines, our shipping line, our clothes, cosmetics, because you know how it is made. That is where we're going. Can you see the vision? Can you see the vision, TACC? It's time for us to unite our effort, because except we do this, we will not break the cycle of poverty. You cannot fight the elite system and win. You align yourself. You cannot fight them and win. Buckminster already said it. Satoshi Nakamoto did not. And so come with your ideas. As we step out of our comfort zone and to usher in a new dispensation, a new ideology, a new thinking, because that is the only how we're going to get new results. This is Chief Abundance. Join me at 7 p.m. West Africa time